Hello everyone, Nyx here, and as you can see I'm in a bit of a different setting. So somebody actually commented, Doug Collins, on one of my other videos. It was the ARK fail one, where I basically just, like he said, I ran around on my Equus and then I died. So he was saying that he liked how I showed how to tame an Equus. I assume he was talking about my first video when he said that. Or she. I'm assuming it's a he, but it might be a she. And I really appreciated his advice. So if you're watching this right now, thank you so much for that. Not only was it really nice of you, it was like a nice comment, but it was also really helpful for me. So I'm doing something a bit different. Yeah, like I said, you can see I'm in a different setting here, but I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to make a how-to series about how to do different stuff, taming things, building things, making things, just all sorts of stuff like that. I'm going to try to make them as simple as possible, so you need the least stuff to do. So I'm like, this is how you tame a wolf. You have to tame it off the back of a kangaroo. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to make it so that you need as least amount of resources as possible to do these. And I'm also going to do all of these solo, or the majority of them solo, because I know a lot of you guys, either your friends don't play ARK, or they're busy and you can't really tame something with them. I don't know what the circumstances are. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be taming a dire bear in this episode. I'm going to be showing you all how to tame a dire bear. This is my dire bear right over here, Chunky the Death Bear, level 219, and they're badasses, honestly. Tons of health, tons of stamina, tons of weight, a lot of melee, and they're extraordinarily fast. So not only are these things omnivores, so they can eat berries and meat, they harvest tons of berries. They harvest tons of fiber, and they can easily get honey. So these things, though, I'm just going to start with the what not to do's. These things will outrun you, so do not try to run them. They bee-slap, like, look at this, okay? Yeah, that bee-slap right there will kill you. Like, it'll just send you flying, so you definitely cannot face them head-on. So these things, and you can't really tank their hits because they do a ton of damage. So you have to be careful around these guys, but once you tame them, they are a beast of a tame. So the first step when taming a dire bear is very straightforward, and that is just to find a dire bear. The only place I've ever seen them is in the redwoods, where I am right now. I've not seen them anywhere else. If you have seen them, you're welcome to comment below where you've seen them other than the redwoods. And you want to be careful going through here because they're thylacolios, those tiger things, and they will jump on you and attack you. You also want to be careful of these alpha raptors right here, which are jerks. There's actually a dire bear right over there. We have to kill this alpha raptor first. Where would you go? I have no idea where it just went. Oh, there it is. Oh, no! Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, it just killed the dire bear I was planning on taming. And I have to say, alpha raptors look really cool, but they're just such jerks. I mean, I'm filming a video here. Come on, don't you have any respect? What level is this thing? It's taking a ton of hits. And my RG has, like, way too much way more melee than it should. This must be like a relatively high level. Several hundred hits later, and a lot of drained health and stamina, we finally killed it. We got 83 prime, but it killed the dire bear I was planning on taming, so I haven't even made it past step 1. Just give me 1 second, and I will find another dire bear to tame. Okay, so I've spotted a dire bear. And it's a level 96, so it's a decent level. I mean, it's not crazy high, but for the purpose of this video and the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and tame this. So what you're gonna need for this is 8 stone fence foundations, 8 stone door frames, and a large bear trap. I have 2, just in case I mess up the placement of the first one. But that is definitely not required. You only need 1. And they are very inexpensive, so all of this shouldn't take too long to make. And what you want to do is you want to... Oh, I forgot I put him on follow. Yeah, let's not... Let's whistle stop. Okay. So what you want to do... Sorry about that. is place the stone foundations facing kind of towards where the dire bear was. I'm putting them kind of where this redwood tree platform is, not too close to where the dire bear is, but you might want to put them closer to where the dire bear actually is. If I can line up this snap point, I just saw it. There we go. So 2 like that. Oh, that's not the right button at all. Two like that. Still not the right button. I don't know why I have it in my head that the 8th slot has these stone foundations, or fence foundations. Sorry, I had to cut some of that out because it took me way too long. I kept pressing the wrong key and I couldn't find the right snap points. But just like this, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just a square, 2 on each side. So this will be 8 stone foundations, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Then what you're going to want to do is place door frames like this. It doesn't matter which way they're facing, it really doesn't. If you want to make it look pretty, that's up to you, but I don't really care too much because that's not really its purpose. And you're going to want to leave these 2 open. So I'm actually going to whistle passive real quick for these guys. And then you're just going to want to take your large bear trap and then stick it right in the middle here towards the front more. And it'll take a couple seconds to set. And while that's setting, just want to go over to where the bear is that you're trying to tame. So they are territorial, keep that in mind. So if you get too close to them, they will get aggroed on you. Oh, this one's a really chill bear. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we're just going to let our bird take one for the team here. So I would use trank darts. They're going to be the fastest way to knock these guys out. And the safest, because it'll have the lowest chance of dying. Where did this thing go? It's over here? Wait a minute. So that's kind of like the perfect setup right here. So you've got the dire bear right there, and your trap right here. So you're just going to want to shoot him, get him aggroed on you, and it'll get locked right into the trap there. And then come around the back and just place your, whatever they're called, the door frames. And from here you can easily knock it out. So it shouldn't be able to break the stone. And yeah, this is basically the easiest way to tame a dire bear, or to just knock it out. So once they start running like this, what you're going to want to do is shoot them at intervals of about 8 seconds to make sure that you're not going to hit them after they're already knocked out. Because the 8 seconds is as long as it takes for the torpor to work completely. Okay, so we just knocked it out. It took quite a few shots. It took about 30 trank darts, give or take. A few to lock out to knock out a level 96 female. So you can see these are the stats. So it's got 1200 health, 1000 stamina, 858 weight, 107% melee. And if you guys don't know how these things work, I'm actually going to fly back on stairs real quick. My Argentavis. I don't even really want to talk about that name, honestly. It's a long story. But I'm just going to fly right back over to my house, which is conveniently right by the redwoods. And I'm actually going to take my other dire bear out over there, just because it's, I don't know, I like the dire bear, and I can show you kind of some things about it. Just come right in here. So I'm mainly going to be using this house. This obviously isn't Ragnarok. This is the island. And this is just, I'm more progressed in this game. Or on this map, so I'm just going to be playing here because it'll be easier to do how-tos. And as you can see, it starts out pretty slow and then it gets faster and faster. And as soon as it hits something, though, it goes all the way back to 0. So, like, if it runs into a rock, it'll start back. It'll lose all its momentum. And you can see they're not the fastest swimmers. I'd say that dire bears have 2 weaknesses. The first one is that they're not that fast of swimmers. And the second one is they're not that maneuverable because they can't really jump or anything. But they are extraordinarily fast. Like, it's kind of funny how fast they are. So, we've got our knocked out dire bear right here. And the 2 highest things to use to tame these things is carno kibble and giant bee honey. And you can actually see, I'm just going to look around real quick. Oh yeah, right over there. Right there, there's a beehive. Do you guys see that sticking out of the tree? And you can actually use dire bears to harvest honey, but you can also just go up to them and steal the honey, or tame queen bees and just build your own honey and stuff. That's basically all it is, and it'll just take a couple to tame these things. It's pretty fast. You shouldn't need any narcotics, although you can use them just to be safe, because it's always better to use a couple narcotics or biotoxin than to have your dire bear wake up on you and have to knock it out again. So I just gathered some honey, and as you can see, so it's in my inventory and it doesn't stack, and it spoils relatively quickly at 20 minutes. So you want to be sure that you either put this stuff right in the fridge or you're ready to tame something. So the food has not starved down enough yet, so I'm going to have to wait on that, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. So at this point, it's tamed 75.3%, and I'm pretty darn sure we're going to be able to tame it. So I'm just going to demolish these stone stone doorways, and now it'll be able to get out after it's tamed. So we just tamed the dire bear here, and at this point I have taken out the gateways, or the doorways, because that's the only way it'll be able to get out. So if you guys just want to leave this up completely, that's fine if you want to use it again, or if you want to take it down to 100% because you don't think it looks that well, you know, whatever you want to do. But yeah, this is the dire bear right here, and let's see what stats it's tamed out with. 1600 health, 1500 stamina, 962 weight, and 320. So a little bit on the lower end as far as weight goes, and a lot of stamina though. Yeah, quite a bit of stamina. So this is going to be a good for stamina one. And it is now level 143 after taming it with honey. So this has been how to tame a dire bear. I hope you all learned something from this video, even if it was just one thing. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.